Hiya, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Paul and I'm a complete and total Warhammer beginner, and in these videos I'm going to be documenting my journey diving headfirst into the hobby and hopefully not butchering too many minis along the way. I say I'm a complete beginner, I don't know if I can say I'm complete anymore because I've actually painted my first ever set. So my last 3 videos we painted the Infernus Marine starter paint set, and that was a blast. I absolutely loved it. It was really good, loads of fun, but the training wheels are off and now it's time to move into some Terminators, a real big boy set. I've got my first ever proper kit that requires glue and all sorts and more than 2 colours of paint. I won't sit here and talk for too long, let's just open this up and see what's inside. Of course, here we are, we've got the Terminator box. I am a little bit nervous because I know there's a lot more to this than the previous set. I know it's not pop in, I've got to use some glue, and it's not just a simple step-by-step clip 3 or 4 pieces together. So I'm a little bit nervous to see how this goes, but I'm also excited. What have we got? Oh my god, there's a lot of plastic. Oh my god, there's so many pieces. Oh no. What have I done? Right, let's just break this down one at a time. What's this, like heads, some weapon parts, some shoulders? This is, what are they? Some like vents or something? Some chainsaws. And then the third pack, what's this? Okay, so that's not too bad. Legs, arms, some torsos. It looks like a lot of pieces. Oh my god, this is a bit intimidating. And what is this? Why are there stickers? What? Transfer? Please tell me these are instructions. Okay, okay, this is good. Oh my god. Oh, what is this? Oh, I feel overwhelmed. Have I just picked a really awkward set, or are they all like this after the beginner set? Okay, I'm going to take this real slow. I'm hoping it's just overwhelming because I've never done it and it is actually quite simple. I mean, it's terrifying me that this is 18 and the first one I pick up is 201. Right, these are the hundreds. Hopefully I don't need this for a while. What do I need? 18, 19, 20 to build an arm. So what do I do? I'm just going to take it step by step. I'm assuming I build the arms first, because it's like glove, cover, guns. Oh my god, even the guns take assembly. And then I put the legs on the body and then put the arms on. Okay, so we'll do it one at a time. We'll do the arms first, which looks like this other sheet. So I need 18 and 19. Oh god, what have I done? Okay, that's looking alright. And where's 19? What's that little like thing mean? Oh, choice of parts. I can choose 19 or 20 for this. Okay. Well, this sort of thing seems cool. So I'm assuming it sits on like that. Right, it's all coming together piece by piece. So where do I put the glue though? I did get some glue. I got, everyone said the Tamiya cement was the best. It's not the thin version though, this is the normal one, because they didn't have the thin one. So I'm just going to try and apply a little bit less onto it. So let's move it off the paper. I use this as like a workstation just in case, so glue doesn't go on the table. Oh, okay. So I'm just trying to work out where to put the glue. I guess I can put it on his fist, like the inside of it. Oh no. Okay. Do you just squeeze it and hold it in place, or do you like leave it to rest? I am just going to place it down gently to one side to rest over there. Okay, that's good. Right, what's next? Oh, okay, I think I see what's gone on here. So these are all the variations of arms you can make. So this will be one arm and this will be another arm. So I've just made this one because it's the first one I saw. There's a lot of choice for customization, which seems awesome once you get stuck into what you like and you know what you want. I might just stick to like the first one in each row, my first ever one. Right, what's next? Number 15, 17, and 16. Ah, man down. Cool, so we just put this down. Oh my god, how do you even put it down without it popping off? Yeah, so going from like this, which is just 1, 2, 3, popping in 3 steps to build a whole marine, these Egyptian hieroglyphs. I feel like I've gone from reading The Hungry Caterpillar to like Lord of the Rings. But this is cool, I'm enjoying the assembly, it's quite fun. Where were we? 4 and 5. So that's 10. So I just have to hold these here for the rest of my life. Let's leave these to dry over here. Okay, number 1 goes on the back. Look at that right away. Just under, there we go. Cool. This seems like the easiest one to just sort of slot in and squeeze. So I need 3, 8. Oh, there's like shin pads. Jesus Christ. There's so much. So I need 3, 8, and 13. On the inside. To be fair, that just lays down. Gravity will do the rest. Next up, it's, oh, well, there's more like little extras. If I just messed up and brought like the most complicated kit. Not most complicated kit, but like an advanced kit. Should I have just stuck with like base Marines rather than like Terminators? So the arm's going to go on now. There he is. Oh, he's not. Oh no. Oh, have I messed up? Because his arms are in the air, he's top heavy. Uh-oh. Oh, God, this has been a journey. Jesus. I severely underestimated how much you had to do to build these guys. How many parts there were, I guess. Like I said, with the Infernus Marines, it's just like 3 steps. It took 5 minutes to pop them all into place. There wasn't too many extra bits, but man, I can't get over how much this is, from like shin pads to like shoulder covers. There he is, look at that. I don't dare pick him up because probably still drying. There he is, our first ever Terminator. Unbelievable. Oh, that was fun. A lot longer than I thought it was going to take. Cool, so let's let this dry and then go outside and prime him. We're back outside. We've got our gym gear on, just in case it gets ruined by the colour, like the spray. We've got our trusty can of Citadel and our egg carton. Do a little test of spray. Ooh, looking good. See if we can ruin all of our hard work from the building. The egg carton never fails, look at that. Tesco and Citadel coming in clutch. Let's let this dry. I guess while that's drying we can set up the little painting station. Just a quick review of the build process, because it was so different to the Infernus Marines. I knew there was more to do, like with the clipping and the gluing. I thought, okay, it'd be a bit more advanced, but I did not expect like Egyptian hieroglyphs, 16 stage diagram and presentations. Like, oh my God, that was overwhelming. It was super cool though. I enjoyed the amount of customization that it looks like there is. Lots of all the little individual parts. Like before building the Infernus Marines, it felt like, oh, just something you just bit of work you have to do before you get stuck in and do the painting. Whereas this, it felt like that was part of like the fun, one of the enjoyable parts. Like it wasn't just something you had to do before you paint it. It was like, no, this is like part of the whole experience. It was really cool. So while it was stressful and overwhelming at first, looking back on it and looking at the Terminator now, oh my God, it was so cool. I'm super excited to build more and customize them. Like looking at all these different parts, there's like a sword that I'm dying to put on a Terminator. There's like guns, there's all sorts. So yeah, it was super cool to build. I really like that. Looking at him now is terrifying me though. It looks so hard to paint, but let's get stuck in, shall we? Sweet, so a sufficient amount of time has passed. All the glue is set and it's definitely dry. So let's take a look to make sure it's fully covered. I mean, sometimes it's hard to see with the black, but no, it looks like fully covered I don't think his feet are meant to be off the ground that much, are they? This is what I was afraid of, like where the leg's meant to be glued at a certain angle or stuck in, because I don't know. Where's the box art? Yeah, I mean, looking at the box, they all look pretty firmly on the ground. Oh no. Oh well, the worst thing that will happen is he'll fall off the base. I'll just put him back on. I've also tried to build my own wet palette with like some wet tissue paper and some baking paper, like a few people have said, so I'm keen to see if that works. So let's grab the old Maggie Blue and go. Might be a silly question, but do they not make Macragge Blue primer? Like, is that not a thing? Like, really easy just to spray this whole thing with Macragge Blue. I will say, this wet palette, unbelievable. What? Like, I feel like by now on the dry palettes, all the paint would have completely dried out. I'd have to make another mixture, but this is incredible. Yeah, I tried to like paint around the crest, just because I'm going to paint it gold anyway. So I tried to paint around it, also just to practice some accuracy, but yeah, that's looking quite nice, quite cool. Alright, I think that might be okay just for the first rough layer. He says patching up things you've missed. So that's like a base layer done. I've just put a rough, thin layer of Macragge Blue on most of it. So we'll let this dry, and then put another layer on. Trying really hard not to get like to the bottom of the bristles. I can't remember what the area is called. Everyone said don't get it down there because it will ruin the brush. So that's one thing I'm trying to work on in this video, is like looking after the brushes. One thing I was thinking about earlier is like, how mad was it? Like, I'd love to know from seasoned painters, what was it like back in the day before the internet? Like, because when I want to know something, I just Google it, and there's like 6,000 hours of like the best painters in the world doing YouTube videos telling me this is the best way to do things, and I can just learn that way. But like, when there was no internet, we just like magazines like White Dwarf, or you just go to like your local game store and just find someone who's better than you. I couldn't imagine like painting some figures and being like, yeah, these are pretty cool, I think they're okay. And then going to a local game store and seeing like some other guy put out his army of like meticulously painted like super figures. I've just been like, oh my god, what is this? Like, I bet it was such a different world. I'd love to know what it was like. Let's have a review of him then. There are a couple little bits and bobs here and there that I've noticed I've missed, but overall it seems okay. I think what I want to do is switch up to some colours, do some details, and then come back to the blue areas later on that I've missed. I'm going to go for some silver, just because it's different and it's new. Yeah, so just for reference, I am actually blindly following this tutorial by Tabletop Ready. Great YouTube channel. I've been watching some of his videos just to learn all sorts. And yeah, he's got a great like how to paint ultramarine Terminators, literally the exact kit I've got, step by step. So I'm following this Bob Ross style. This step to do with weapons is absolutely perfect because I am well out of my league. So let's set up some Leadbelcher and see how much we can butcher the first ever use of silver. I like that. Do people like listen to music while they paint? I do see on YouTube these cool like music for painting Warhammer 40k, like the 5-hour like choir and piano music. You know what, I'm gonna try putting it on. I guess I've never really thought about it because I talk through these videos, so I try and like focus a little bit on that and the detail. But you know what, I'm gonna chuck some of this Holy Terror music on and see if it's inspiring. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go over some of these silver areas with this earth shade to try and bring out some of the definition. Something that was mentioned in this Tabletop Ready tutorial, he said that don't expect to get like your Terminators and your models done in one session. Things like this take a lot of time, maybe even upwards of like a week or 2 weeks. I think that's like important to remember for me sometimes, because sometimes I feel like I'm trying to get these done as quick as possible. But it is something to take your time and enjoy and like not rush through. I think sometimes I just need to slow down and not put too much pressure on myself. Sometimes I get a bit anxious when I look at these tutorials and see how good they're looking, how many different colours they use and techniques, and I think, God, mine's not going to look anything like that. But I need to remember that I am just painting like my first couple minis. So I might do some of the gold on his chest and the gun. So where is the gold? Yeah, man, this fine tip brush is, I guess it's not even a fine tip, it's still like quite large, but loads better than the previous ones. Again, I don't know if it's because I looked after it a bit better or... Cool, there's an insignia on his gun done. Is there one on the other side? No, thank God. Oh, cool, right. It's getting quite late, so I might leave it there. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. So we didn't name him, did we? Oh my God. I'm just going to call him Brian. I'm too tired to think of a decent name. Brian the Terminator. So I think I'm going to call it there for tonight. I'm going to go to bed, and then we're going to return bright and early tomorrow to carry on with Brian. Right, it's the next day. I'm well rested, ready to paint again. Turn on the lights. Here he is. So he's been drying overnight. He's looking pretty good. I really like the gun detail. I like the silver, the gold, the way the shade is like set on it. Same with the silver on the cables. It's looking pretty smooth and tidy. Super keen to carry on. Let's move all this crap out of the way and get the studio set up. Alright, here we are. Everything's set up and ready to go. Pull up the tutorial I was watching yesterday. It's like we never left. I think we're on to the white decals. You can't get that much fun just like painting little plastic mirrors. Who would have thought? It's so cool just to see like, yeah, see the paint apply, how much of the detail come through, and then it's like to put it back and look. where it's come from. I'm definitely noticing, now that it's been drying overnight, some areas that I might have missed that need touching up or additional paint, which is good because I can update them. Oh, right, that's a bit of a mess. Yeah, I've definitely put too much paint on this top bit. It's like lost some of the detail, and then some of the under bit hasn't. Oh well. Is that all the white? Surely not. Is it not? I mean, I know there's some on his helmet and whatnot, but I'm going to do that last. Like, that's a whole thing on its own. Cool. Well, while they dry, let's try this little parchment thing on the side. So this goes red, and then the parchment is like this flesh colour, I think. So 2 brand new unopened paints. How exciting! I am keen to build up like a collection of all the different types of paints eventually. Oh, that's a nice bright red colour, that. Oh, that's sick. Look at that. That's a little red ribbon. And then we're going to do the parchment with Ricard flesh. Quite nervous about this because it's so small and dainty, but that's quite cool though. I like that just as a first glance. I like it. It has a little something to it, so it's like a big block of blue. That's quite cool. I'm really excited to try and put some like black lines on it for text. I've seen people do that and that looks really cool. So I guess what I need is some silver. Silver for this bit and the tips of the blade. Well, that's quite cool actually. I'm not sure if it comes up on camera, but the blades are pretty much silver now. The handle's silver. There's just this blue, this strip here that needs to go blue, sorry. But while I got the silver on the brush, there was a little teeny tiny bit on the gun I wanted to top up. This thing here at the top. And this thing in here needs to be silver, alright? Cool, I think that's all the silver for now. Is it worth getting the blue out and doing some of the blue I've missed? So I'll do the oil first on the insignias, and then I'll whip out the Macragge blue. So there's my best friend, Earthshade, there we go. So let's try and use some of this to sort out these insignias. I think I put way too much paint on them, so some of the detail is lost. So I'm hoping that the oil could sort of sit in those gaps and bring out some of the detail. Cool, so that's that done. I think, yeah, while all this dries, we'll do some touching up with the blue, because like I said, now that it's all dried overnight, I'm seeing a lot of areas that need going over, plus some bits that need doing blue anyway that I'd missed or I didn't think about. Cool, let's see what we're working with. I fear I've absolutely mangled these 2 insignias with some like heavy coats of white and some oil, but you live and you learn, and I'd rather like try out something new and see how it looks and learn from that than just be too scared. I'm going to stop procrastinating now and putting it off, and I'm actually going to paint the helmet. I'm going to go for red just because I'm a bit sick of this Corax white colour. I just want to try something a little bit different. Sweet. That's the face done and all the detail lost in paint. This wax still doesn't need another layer, does it? Nope, not at all. Look at that, it's kind of coming along now, it's quite cool. This little thing here needs to be red. Sweet, so next up we're going to take the small detail brush and we're going to try some text on here. So we're going to get some black, just do like, what, a line or 2 down? That's not great. Maybe that's something to work on. Sweet, so I think one of the last things we've got left to do is to strip off white on the helmet. Well, that's not that bad. Oh, that's okay. Oh, okay, that's cool. I was really scared about this because it's like freehand. There's nothing to follow. It's just kind of doing it yourself. That's not bad though. Oh, I'm all impressed with that. Yeah, because it's freehand. I was a little bit nervous, a bit scared, but you know what? That was quite cool. Oh, yeah, I was gonna see if I can drop some white in his eyes. Oh yeah. Oh my god, I thought it was gonna be awful. I mean, we still got the second eye to go, but that one's kind of covered, so it's not as bad if it's mangled. Oh man, it looks so cool. Look at that. Man, it looks mean. Right, I'm gonna leave him like that. Man, how cool does he look? Look at that mean SOB. Brian the Terminator. Brian, what's left for you? I'm gonna try some edge highlighting and see how much that ruins him. Sweet, so we've got a lighter shade here. Just gonna try a little bit of edge highlighting. Again, we're not too bothered if he comes out looking like arse, because he's the first one. I think that's everything, you know, for now. I think, yeah, I think I might call it quits there. Have a little review, see how he's looking. This back could do a little bit of tidying up. So I might touch up a couple of areas, chuck him under the mug, set up the studio, and then see how we're looking. Time to pick out a mug to hide the completed marine in. Ooh, go with Park Studios. The photography station is all set up. Managed to brush off some of the dog hairs from last time. I didn't realise how much hair this one molted on my jumper before I filmed the last video. Here we go, under the mug, our first ever Terminator. Oh, there he is! Man, he's sick. Look how good that is. I've actually moved him onto the podium just for ease of spinning. So when I bought the set, I didn't think the step up from the Infernus Marines to the Terminators would be as big as it was. Like, I thought it would be a bit harder, but not as difficult as it actually turned out being. Seeing how difficult it was at the start and how much detail there was really intimidating. But to see where we've ended up, I'm super happy. I absolutely love him. Obviously, there's a lot to discuss, so I guess we'll start with the highlighting. I think because that's where I want to go next after this. I've tried some edge highlighting on the legs, the arms, some of the shoulders. You can kind of see where it's gone a bit messy here. So I've tried. Oh no, it's a bit of mist as well up there. So yeah, I've tried some edge highlighting. It's difficult. I think that's where I want to go next. So the edge highlighting was better than last time, but was still a bit difficult. This though, this gun is my favourite. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. Like the silver, the gold, and the little sections. This was the part I enjoyed the most. Yeah, so painting like the gun was super fun. I absolutely loved that. The bullets, the gold on the actual weapon, the silver, and like the cables. This was real fun. I love this. This is my favourite part by far. It looks super cool. I think I'm getting used to the shade as well, the Agrax shade. I want to get some Null oil because that's the one that everyone else mentions. But using it on like the gun here and I'm kind of on the face and the chest. I'm kind of getting used to where to use it, which is good. I'm feeling a lot better about it. This sword was okay. After I painted the gun first, and I loved all the detail and the little bits on this, and I expected there to be more to the sword. Maybe there is a better way to paint the actual blade rather than just silver. But this is all a 5.9 was just the silver method. So I stuck with that. And then speaking of the insignias, they're not too bad now that they've dried. Yeah, these, I knew these were going to be rough. And yeah, they were, to be fair. I think the Agrax Earthshade definitely helped bring out some of the details that I flooded with white paint on this one, which is good. Yeah, the knee's just a bit messy. It's a bit clumpy. The colours are a bit, it's not uniform in the colours. It's darker in some areas. The oil, the shade is heavier on some than others. So yeah, I'm not really happy with this, but that's something we can improve on. That's absolutely fine. I absolutely love the face on him. I thought the face was going to be horrendously hard and difficult, and a lot of the videos I saw, people had the face separate, painted it, then put it in, but I didn't realise that until after I glued the face in. But I'm really happy with it. I was nervous with the white strip being freehand, but it's okay. The white eyes and the silver on the mask, it just sits really well. I think it looks good. Oh, this little detail was sick. This was real fun. I knew this was going to be cool. But it's a little dab of black, red, some of the parchment. Just adds a little something to the model, a little bit extra. I really enjoyed that. This was fun and cool. I like all the little trinkets. There's obviously loads of room for improvement. I tried to splash some of the base colour onto his shoes just to add some effect, to look like it's stomping around and it's hitting his shoes. I don't know if it looks any good or not, but I thought I'd give it a try and it was a bit of fun. But overall, yeah, I'm well chuffed with that. Obviously, it's not the best by any stretch of the imagination, but being my first ever big boy set, it's well good, especially when you compare him to, because this is especially the size of them. Look how much bigger they are compared to the Space Marines. There's more on them. There's more to do. So it was definitely cool to go from the Space Marines to the Terminators. I think this was a good decision. There we go. First ever Terminator done. Look at him. I'm well impressed by how he turned out compared to how I thought it was going to be. I thought this would be an absolute car crash. It was more fun than I thought it was going to be. I think I picked the Terminator just because they're quite similar to the Space Marines, especially in colour. I thought the Terminators were like a Space Marine, just a little bit more, more details, more weapons, so a little bit extra. So it was kind of a similar ballpark, but just one step up. But, oh my God, there was so much more than I thought. The building was insane. So much to do, so many options, so many things to glue. And that terrified me. After I built him, I thought, oh my God, how am I going to paint this thing? It's so much. But once I get started, it was kind of the same as, like I said, it's kind of the same as the Space Marine. It's just a base coat of Macragge blue, a couple of little details here and there, and then the final little touches. But it was cool. The brushes I bought, this set of 3, these were great. The Game Master set, I don't know if they're meant to be good, but they definitely helped. It was definitely easier with those compared to the Citadel one I had. I don't know, maybe I just mistreated the Citadel brush and I looked after those a bit more, which is probably true. But they helped so much, and I said it 1,000 times, and I'll say it 1,000 times more. This homemade wet palette was unbelievable. It was actually a whole different world, a different experience. Oh my God, indescribably different. I can't imagine painting. I couldn't imagine going back to a dry palette after using that. When I unpacked the box and saw how much there was to build, cut out, glue, and how long that took, that made me feel really anxious about painting him, because I was like, oh my God, this is massive. There's so much to him. And I think in my mind, I'm I want to do it in one sitting. I kind of want to sit down and get it all done. But I realised, no, I need to sort of take a step back, slow down. If it takes a couple of days, it takes a couple of days. I think I benefited from doing the base layer and a couple of little details, going to bed, waking up, and then seeing, oh, I actually missed little spots here, having a little reset, seeing where I missed, seeing what extra I could do, and then doing the other bits the next day. So that was good. But I am absolutely chuffed with this guy. I love him. He's my favourite so far, just because of how beefy he is and how big and how much is going on. But yeah, I'm going to take some pictures of this guy, chuck him up on screen. I think I'm going to have a break. I need to breathe. I need to go outside and touch some grass. So if you enjoyed the video, chuck a like and subscribe, and tune in next time when we paint our next Terminator. I did say I wasn't going to do one at a time, because then it would take forever to get through all the whole box set, but man, I didn't realise how long it takes to build them and paint them. Oh my God, they're huge. We'll sort something out though. We'll sort something out with them. I'm not sure what yet, but tune in next time to see where we go from here. Thank you. Bye.